Good evening, folks. Good evening. Once again, I am back with another take. I was on here this morning, but I feel like just doing another take. Talk about a quote from Randy Cross back in 19. Let me set the stage for you. It was a Saturday. It was 1995. It was December 24th, and the Packers were playing the Pittsburgh Steelers at Lambeau Field. If the Packers won, they would be division champs for the first time in 23 years, and they would get a home playoff game, which would be the first time they played in a home playoff game since the 60s without a strike season. Because in '82 they did play the St. Louis Cardinals, um, and so that was the setup. The Packers playing the Steelers, Bill Cowher's Steelers, and a win, and the Pack would have the division championship. I remember I would buy shirts saying division champs, 1995, for the first time in 23 years. And they would get a home playoff game the following week, which they did, and played the Atlanta Falcons. All right, let's get ahead of myself. So, Packers, Steelers, Lambeau Field, December 24th, 1995. It was Saturday. 24-19, the Steelers get down to like the 5-yard line, and Neil O'Donnell throws a pass to Yancey Thigpen, and it would have broke Packer fans' hearts. They would have won 26-25. There was like 5 seconds left. Yeah, I think there was 5 seconds left. And if they kicked the extra point or went for two, they might have whatever. It would have been backbreaking. There was no way Packers could have gone down the field to even get into a field goal range or to win. So the Packers hung on. They won the title. I got shirts for my entire family that said 1995 division champs, which was like amazing. I was 23 years old, and it was the first time that the Packers had won the division. Yeah, I think they won it in '72, so I was 6 months old. So I really don't remember that. It took them that long to win a division. But what you see on the title was Randy Cross saying Bret Favre is tougher than a garlic milkshake. I just remember that. That was a great quote. So it wasn't my quote. It was Randy Cross, the ex-49ers center. I know he won 2 Super Bowls. He might have won 3. But that was awesome. Favre got knocked out of the game a couple times, suffering the consequences, unfortunately, now. But McMahon was our backup. Jim McMahon, the 1985 Bear Super Bowl winning quarterback, was the Packers' backup. People don't remember that in 1995 and 1996 when they won. He came in. He actually completed a pass to Robert Brooks for close to a first down. I think we got a first down. Yeah, so it was an interesting game. But anyway, Yancey Thigpen's drop was a miracle. It was a Merry Christmas miracle. There was no doubt about it. The Packers would get the win, would go on and play Atlanta the following week, which is an exciting time for me as a Packer fan, 23-year-old young man. And they would win that game December 31st. They would go to San Francisco, knock off the then defending champion San Francisco 49ers. And then they would unfortunately lose in Dallas, the championship game in Dallas. But it was an amazing year. And like I said, Bret Favre tougher than a garlic milkshake. All right, so and there was another good quote too that Jerry Glanville said. He'd say Bret Favre could throw a ball through a car wash and it wouldn't get wet, which was another amazing one. And I'll just throw another one in there for you. Sometimes it ain't about the X's and the O's, it's about the Jimmys and the Joes. Today, I worked out 4 hours. I did a 2-hour walk out in the nature, and I did a 2-hour bike ride. See what my weight is tonight. Really starving right now. I did have a bag of chips, which was 200 calories, but I'm starving. I haven't eaten since 12:15 or 12:30 in the morning, not afternoon. So, but I did have a bag of chips, 200-calorie bag of chips. I'm not going to eat anything else for the next 5 hours. My weight wasn't great today, as I told you this morning, but we'll see what happens today. I'm hoping for a better weigh-in tonight. My cheat day is one day away, one big day away. And why I was talking about Packers Pittsburgh, because somebody did put it on YouTube, and I was watching that game over. They actually made it really nice because if you watch that old game on YouTube, it's really fuzzy. It's 30 years old, 10, 20, 33 years old. No, I'm sorry, 31 years old. So they actually made it HD now. I don't know who did it, but it made it. I just watched it like a 21-minute short version of it, um, and it looks really good. It looks really crisp, really nice in HD. But the Packers play the Steelers tomorrow. Play our old quarterback Aaron Rodgers and our old coach Mike McCarthy. Last time we won the Super Bowl with those two, so it's going to be very interesting. It would be nice if it was in Green Bay. A lot of people are saying that, but the NFL didn't do that solid. This is probably going to be the last time. Of course, Rodgers' last year, and I'm not even sure if he's going to play, but just the history of that. So that's what I'm talking about. Packers Steelers, and then there was one more thing I wanted to. We beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl with Rodgers and McCarthy, so that's wild. Yeah, I guess that's it. There was something that's probably it's slipping my mind right now, and I know when I exit out of here, I'm going to remember it. But Packers Steelers tomorrow night, first preseason game. Key to the game, though, basically is you'll hear from me tomorrow is no injuries. We don't want any injuries in the game tomorrow. But anyway, that's all I got. Thank you to all my subscribers, all my loyal 158 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Tell a friend, tell a family member, tell another Packer fan or a non-Packer fan, and subscribe to my network if you want to, or my YouTube page. I'm sorry. Hit a like. It would be awesome. All right, everybody. Have a great night. Be safe. Talk to you soon. Go Pack Go.